Hi and welcome. My name is Kartika Nair and you are watching Synchro Shakti. Now, if this is your first time here, know that this channel will give you the exercises, the tools, the techniques, the knowledge that you can start applying in your life right now and achieve the levels of success in whatever area of your life that you've been wanting for so long. So, if that's the kind of stuff that excites you, go ahead and click that subscribe button and the bell icon so you're notified of when new videos come out. Today I'm going to talk about the 7 deadly habits that will lead you to failure and mediocrity, something that many people have, and how to counteract them. Now, when I say mediocrity, I mean settling for something that is less than what you are capable of achieving, the life you're capable of living. We have one life, so might as well make the most out of it, right? And we've given everything to do that. So it's like we've been given the gift and we're not even using it. So let's get started into these 7 habits. Now, I took the 7 habits from this book called The Miracle Morning by Hal Elrod. I'm sure many of you have read this book. Fantastic book. If you've never read it, I've left links in the description for you to get it. It's all about how you can transform your life in all areas of your life before 8 a.m. in the morning. So it's about your magical morning rituals that you can start doing today that will begin to create more income and create more health and happiness. And it's definitely a magical book to read. So you can go get that book. Now, the first habit that it talks about is called the rear view mirror syndrome. Rear view mirror syndrome basically means that people are reliving and recreating their past constantly by focusing on the things that happened to them in the past. So let's say you want to be a great speaker, but in the past when you went on stage, you froze. So what happens to these people is that they make their present persona or identity based on what happened to them in the past. So they think that who they were is who they are and who they're always going to be, which is a trap because it's not even close to the truth, right? Because every moment is a new moment. So what they end up doing is they limit their possibility because they identify with their past. They limit the decisions that they make. It's like if you get the opportunity to speak again, you will say no because you're scared that the same past will repeat again. How do you change that? Live in the present moment, master mindfulness. This stuff will help you dissolve your past identity and create something beautiful from the moment. You know what the problem is, you know the solution. The second one is called lack of purpose. Nobody or very few people have a strong reason to get out of bed and work towards something. Most people are simply getting up in the last possible minute to go to office or take care of their kids, just simply surviving to pay the bills. And that is the definition of mediocrity. There is nothing beyond this job or this family or this paying the bills. There is no greater experience of life, and society shows us that that's all there is, which is so further from the truth. It's scary. In fact, you must create a purpose. You don't need to find a purpose. You don't need to have this giant life purpose. Don't let that intimidate you. You can create a purpose for today, you can create a purpose for this week, you can create a purpose for this month, that this month my purpose is to do this, or a yearly purpose, but you don't have to stop what you're doing because you haven't found your ultimate purpose in life. Keep taking it small, and the purpose you choose may not be the same purpose next month. You can keep changing it around. As long as you have something that inspires you to get up and do something and live the life that you've always dreamt of, that is your purpose. All right, so lack of purpose is another way to hit mediocrity and failure. If you can create your own purpose, which you can, then you're moving closer in the direction of success. The third one is called isolating incidents. Isolating incidents is basically where you think that just because today you didn't exercise but you'll exercise tomorrow, or today you didn't wake up as early as you should have but you'll do it tomorrow, or you cheated on the diet that you're on because you had something two days ago you ate a salad, so today you can eat some fatty foods. That behavior of thinking that your actions in the moment don't affect your overall vision, that's actually not true. Every action that you take, every time you hit the snooze button, every time you cheat on your diet, every time you cheat on your exercise routine, you are actually sending a subliminal message to something deep within you, your subconscious mind, telling it that it's okay to slack off. Now, why is there an issue with that? The issue is because we all want level 10 results in our health, our relationship, our careers, finances. We all want level 10 success. But what we are doing is we are putting in level 3 or level 4 effort. So we want level 10 success, but we are putting in level 3, 4, 5 effort. There's a mismatch. And then this mismatch causes a lot of disappointment. And when it causes disappointment, it increases your chances of giving up and therefore hitting failure and mediocrity. The fourth one is called lack of accountability. Not having somebody or something to be accountable for is a huge issue because your brain is conditioned to keep you safe. So if it's up to you, you'll start off with that immediate gym membership and you'd get super excited. You're like, yeah, I'm gonna do it. But then 4 days into it, your brain convinces you that, hey, you know what? This is slightly too hard, or I'll do this tomorrow. So having a lack of accountability allows you to slack off because your brain is conditioned to keep you safe in your comfort zone. So how do you change that? Is get an accountability partner. Get somebody who you can share your goals with, and then you can help each other every day. Make sure that both of you have similar goals. Make sure that you're hitting your targets every day. This stuff will keep you at the top of your game, and as you're on the top of your game, you keep the ball rolling towards success unless you stop, right? It's literally point A to point B. Unless you stop, you will at some point get to point B. It may not be the easiest journey, but you will get to point B. Anyway, it's not like up to the universe, it's up to you. The fifth one is my favorite one, and that is the circle of influence. Circle of influence, very simple. You are the average of the 5 people you hang out with. If the people you hang out with are negative or not goal driven or not, like in my case, I had friends who would use things, say words like broke. So I chose to hang around people who also think in terms of abundance instead of in terms of lack. So circle of influence. Circle of influence also refers to the media, the things you are influenced by. What kind of information do you consume all the time? Is it negative news media, kind of serial sitcom kind of energy where it's just limitations and fears? Is that what you are feeding yourself, or are you feeding I wouldn't say sitcoms. Sitcoms are funny, but you know what I mean, like TV and the negative dramatic stuff. Is that what your circle of influence is? Because it's hitting your subconscious mind. Instead, what else can you do to keep yourself at becoming? See, success is you becoming the person in the vibrational alignment of achieving success, and that includes expanding your skills, includes becoming the person you're meant to be, and 90% of that process is subconscious. And if you're feeding yourself negativity throughout the day, you're listening to Lil Tay flexing on an Instagram, or you're listening, you know what I mean, right? If that's what you're focusing on, that's the person you will become. So circle of influence, most people's circle of influence is just the people who are sitting safe. They're not people who take risks or grow or expand themselves. Change your circle of influence, change your experience of reality. It's kind of very simple. The sixth one is lack of personal development. Everybody wants great things, but nobody is willing to work for it, right? We've seen those memes where it's like, what do you want? I want all the great stuff, and the whole queue is there, but then you got to work for it, then nobody is on that queue. Same thing. Your results can never ever exceed your personal growth. When you grow, your results grow. So if you are not working on yourself, or you are giving excuses like, I can't afford that course, or I know I need it, but then I need to drive my daughter to school that day. These are called excuses. This is the difference between people who are interested versus people who are committed. Those who are committed will do whatever it takes to hit their targets, and they are the ones who get success and results. Those who sit in their comfort zone and give 100 excuses, they never will achieve the levels of success they're capable of. So the only person standing in the way is you. And one of the greatest reasons is because you don't invest in yourself. So lack of personal development will cause lack of results. Period. You will end up in failure or mediocrity. So the solution is personal development. Invest every day in yourself, whether it's financially, energetically. You're doing the work, you're growing as a person. You're the cream of the results that you want. Like the philosophy of the tree, right? Instead of focusing on the tree and the fruits of the tree, you must focus on having healthier roots, right? The healthier the roots, the stronger the tree. Otherwise, if you're only focused on the flowers and the fruits of the tree, and then there's this storm that comes and and the tree is uprooted, then you're lost because you don't have a strong foundation. Personal development and success go hand in hand. It is the roots, the strong roots, strong foundation for becoming the person that you are most capable of becoming, which is pretty much anything that you want. And the final one is called lack of urgency. Lack of urgency is basically putting things off, putting projects off, putting your schedule off by saying I'll do it one day, I'll go to that gym, or maybe at some point this year I'm going to try starting my own business. The issue is that this whole one day philosophy is never going to happen. You're never going to end up having the momentum to start unless you start now. So one day must turn into day one. Okay, so instead of saying one day I'm going to become a great singer, you're going to say day one of me becoming a great singer. That shift in consciousness, that shift in responsibility is all it takes to literally start your path towards success. But most people are on the other side. The 90% are on the other side, where they're like, I wish, one day, maybe one day I'll try. Maybe, I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm always so shy. I'm not sure. That's 90%. Who do you want to be like, 90 or the 10? If you want to be like the 10%, you're going to have to give level 10 effort. It's a choice. Alright, so those were the 7 deadly habits that will lead you to mediocrity and failure, and how to counteract them. I hope some of this inspired you. I hope something clicked. If it did, take back what it is. Don't put it off for another day. Sit down today and see how you can start working on counteracting these habits. So I wish you well. I will see you with the 10%. And again, if you want to join my VIP coaching group, which is free on Facebook, find out how you can in the description. I love you all. Namaste.